Hello, gamers. Welcome back to Coolest Gamers Let's Play of Assassin's Creed Origins, part 77. One of my favorite numbers in Spanish, also known as 77 in English. So, ladders are extremely flammable when they're made out of bamboo. And this is a pretty cool moment, actually. I like this moment. I like how he got burned up by that ladder. It was pretty cool. It was unintentional. I meant to hit him, obviously, but he died. It's pretty awesome. Made my whole gaming experience not really. Actually, I'm a pacifist. This whole game makes me sick. Obviously joking. I'm a psychopath, like every other gamer, according to the political right. For all those people that said, gaming is for kids, why don't you grow up? Just know that I'm a psychopath, according to your own beliefs. Because I like to kill things in a virtual gaming world, so you better watch out what you say about me. Or I might guide a predator arrow into your skull, you fuck. I might jump from a tower like 80 meters down to the ground on top of you, using you to break my fall, and then drive my hidden blade into your neck. I might use my pet eagle to find out where you are and where you're going, and stake out a spot where we'll be alone. Really unlocks the potential in you video games. The potential to be a mass murderer. No, it's... if you kill people in real life as a result of playing video games, it's not the video game's fault. It's the fault of your mental state, of your mental disorders, of your vulnerability, your suggestibility. Whatever crazy thing you got going on in your head. It has nothing to do with the games. It's just like guns, man. Guns don't kill people. People kill people. Games don't make you crazy. Crazy people who play games sometimes get delusions based on playing games. I remember when I was a kid, my grandma told me once, she was like, Andrew, sometimes I get so worried when you're playing those violent video games. Did you know that there was some person arrested in Texas because he played like one of those Resident Evil games, and then he decided he wanted to grandparents with a hammer just to see what it was like? Yeah, I later found out that that had nothing to do with video games, and that murder took place in like the 70s, and so my grandma was lying to me to get me to stop playing video games. So yeah, the struggle is real. The guy was actually a famous serial killer, and I'm pretty sure he didn't play video games at all. He was just a chauvinist psychopath who killed co-eds and his grandparents. So, yeah, had nothing to do with video games. And now my grandma has passed, and I didn't kill her. Cancer killed her, so proves you wrong, Grandma. I'm just kidding. That's terrible. That's terrible. I'm just kidding, I'm not going to take it back. Still thought it was funny, but... I never know where my talks, my commentary is going to go when I'm playing this game. Because it's not so much focused on the game itself, you know? Like, if I was absorbed in this experience, I think most of the commentary would branch organically from my experience of the game. And I think even early on in this series, that's what it was, because I was still under the impression that it could be a good game. I mean, this is my first playthrough. But once I realized it wasn't going to get better, I just gave up on gameplay-focused commentary entirely, so... Although this is tedious for me to play and record, in a lot of ways it opens up the content of the commentary to just whatever's floating around in my mind. I don't write scripts. That would take too much work. Oh yeah, this puzzle. This puzzle is actually one of the more clever ones of the pyramid puzzles. You have to use these counterweights to weigh down these platforms, which in turn will basically prevent other platforms from being able to move so that you can use them as stepping stones to get up to higher places. One of them at the end is quite challenging, actually. It takes me a little while to figure it out. But the solution is herein, so you can take a look at it. I was going to say I would title the video accordingly so that people could find the solution easily if they were searching for it on YouTube, but I'm not going to do that. No, the title's going to be about how video gamers are sorely misunderstood. That's my struggle. That's video gamer lives matter, you know? Especially because we have so many of them. Only us nerds will understand. Now, the ironic thing is that most gamers don't even have one life. We are dedicated ascetic monks, hiding in our hovels, putting tinfoil over the windows, never leaving the house except for the occasional grocery run to buy 16 pounds of ramen. Or, you know, a few frozen pizzas if they're on sale. It's sad, man. Every time I get a frozen pizza, I always think, man, I'm excited about this. Like, maybe this one will be good. I always try to get a new one than the one I got last time. It never, ever appoints me, which is the opposite of disappoints. I mean, some of the California Pizza Kitchen ones, the thin crust ones, are alright. They're pretty decent. Like, the quality of the ingredients is there. I love the barbecue chicken one with, like, the red onions. That one's delicious. And I think they have, like, a garlic Alfredo one that's pretty good, too. A lot of the CPK ones are nice. But at the end of the day, they still taste like frozen pizza, like to some degree. It has that quality. But if you want to get a fresh pizza, you gotta pay 3 times as much. So, yeah, screw that. One day, the great Bayek of Siwa was chilling with his girl Aya, and they wanted to order an Egyptian pizza from Domino Hotep. They order the pizza, and he says, we'll get the chariot there in 30 hours or less. We're coming from a few regions north, so just be patient with us. And they're like, okay, but if it doesn't come in 30 hours, we get our money back, right? And they're like, no. It's 48 BCE. Do you really think we've established customer satisfaction standards yet? Oh, okay, well, just bring us our pizza, please. Yeah, no fucking problem. And then Senu flew back to tell them the pizza was on the way. And they're chilling, you know, they're reading papyrus and chilling. Typical Egyptian night, 48 BCE. And the pizza guy, like 32 hours later, he still hasn't shown up. And they're like, damn, Domino Hotep, it's not even good pizza, really. So they pull out DiGiorno pizza from underneath the sand where they store their food to keep it fresh. And they heat it up over the fire. And when they got finished cooking the DiGiorno, or whatever the Egyptian word is for DiGiornos, all of a sudden, Domino Hotep guy shows up, and they're like, they look at him, and kind of in disbelief, and then Bayek starts laughing. The guy's like, what is it? Give me my drachma. And he takes the DiGiorno box, and he throws it at the guy's face, and he says, you're too late. It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno Neb. And it's not that good. He really wishes he could have gotten a Memphis Pizza Kitchen frozen pizza instead. But, you know, sometimes the market's just out of that. I hope you guys enjoyed my story. There's nothing else to enjoy here. Just watch carefully if you need to solve the puzzle. I don't care. I don't care what you do. I go pretty full on potato here. Realize sometimes you need to like bring it down and then put weights on it. I mean, yeah, theoretically I could, that's just the Gordian knot solution. I just cut the ropes. And then like climb, and then when the platform goes down I have like a kind of a ladder thing with like platform and rope or something. I don't know. In real life, solutions are always neater than are more chaotic than in video games. Like, you can basically do anything at all that works. It's kind of what I like about the new Super Mario game, is you don't have a very rigid, systematic gameplay, like in pretty much most games. In Super Mario Odyssey, you can just improvise shit, and it works out fine. That's always really nice. I like stuff like that in games. This kind of like obvious puzzles shit is just boring. It's just dull. This one, though, to its credit, is a pretty interesting puzzle. Like, it gets old quick, but I like the idea behind it. We're basically just trying to weigh down several of these platforms in order to keep the platform in place in the final room that we can climb up onto without it going down, and then use it as a stepping platform to get up into the treasure room. Pretty simple. What gets annoying is when you need to have like one platform down, like, and so you need to jump on it to get it down because you can't carry the thing up there. But then you also have to make sure that your counterweight is set right next to where the platform is going to be when it comes down, so that you can pick it up without stepping off the platform and then having to do everything all over again. So just keep that in mind. You're going to have to do some goofball positioning with the counterweights. With these rope trundle things, whatever the fuck these things are. I can't help it. I can't help but curse, man. Like, I'm never making money off this thing. Never. I feel like I'd be forcing myself to not curse if I, you know? I'll try though, I'll try. I don't think cursing is necessarily funny. I mean, sometimes it can be funny. For me, it's just a habit. I don't think it's wrong, I just think it's not funny. It's not very funny. Everyone curses. You don't need to be original to curse, you know? None of my storytelling genius from that Domina Hotep story has anything to do with my ability to curse. My 4-year English degree has nothing to do with my ability to curse. Nothing but my edge really has anything to do with my vulgarity. But I do prize my edge. I like a good edge. Nothing personal, kids. Alright, so I'll see you guys in the next video where I proceed to potato my way into a pyramid. Wow, that was so iDubbbz. I really need to get a life. See you next time.